Every personal brand, coach, course creator, or influencer that is selling a product on Instagram is currently faced with the exact same problem. They're sitting on an audience that has no system to convert followers into paying clients or even attract new inbound followers at all. They're constantly posting content that doesn't get as much traction as they want, or they're already getting followers, but their followers are not converting into sales. So their DMs are full of random engagement or just subjective, nice post type messages, but they have no inbound message engine for turning attention into revenue. In this video, I'm going to talk more about this particular problem and what separates the people who are making between 3 and 10K per DM and the people who are not. And typically what that is an automated DM system and inbound traffic metric systems that allow the heavy lifting to be done by AI or software and increase the amount of traffic that a page is seeing. So we're going to go through that, and I'm also going to teach you how to sell it as a system on behalf of an agency to people in your network who may be experiencing the same thing. If done correctly, you can actually position the ability to sell DM automation and inbound traffic systems that are super easy to set up on behalf of other people's pages and charge them between $800 and even $1,000 every single month with almost zero fulfillment on your end. My name is Jackson Parker, and this is the laziest way to make money with Instagram in 2026. Let's get into the video. So here's what Instagram automation actually does. We're going to break this down super simple so you can understand the machine at a 30,000 foot view. There are two core functions that make Instagram automation work. The first is mass story viewing. So if you've been around a little bit, you may know what mass story viewing is, but for those of you who don't, it's basically a technology that allows a page to watch tens of thousands of stories a day of people that may be inside of the niche of that particular user. So you're watching 10,000 stories a day. People see you in the story viewer list. They choose to follow you, and now you have a warm lead that you can engage with or even sell products to. So this allows you to have a warm touch point that bridges a sale. It's kind of like walking into a network event and shaking 10,000 hands, except you do that every single day. So that's the first step. That's the traffic. The next step is the ability to create automated DM flows, whether that's a DM to new followers, a reply to the pending DMs already sitting in the inbox, or even sending outbound messages that are going to the ideal clients of that particular user. So these types of DMs are really great for creating the conversation flows that actually convert. For example, if I ask somebody, hey, do you want to grow your Instagram? Or hey, do you want to get more clients to your page? This can actually start a value-driven conversation where I can book a call. In fact, I do this every single day, and I close people at $1,000 and $3,000 retainers for the exact system that I'm showing you here. Now, coaches and personal brands absolutely need this because it's constantly confusing where their next client is coming from. And if you're a fitness coach, they might be charging between $1,000 and $5,000 to help somebody reach particular goals in nutrition and fitness. You might have business coaches who offer coaching programs, or course creators who have digital products, real estate coaches who need to fill out mentorship programs. The list goes on and on. There are so many types of personal brands that need this type of system: traffic systems and conversion systems. Again, that pain point is very simple. They have followers, they can't turn them into clients. Now, everybody says this out loud, and this automation system solves it. And as an agency operator, we see people in and day out within my own program that are constantly selling people these types of setups, and they make huge retainers doing it. The math literally sells itself. I'm going to walk you through the math so you can understand what the client is hearing when they're booking this type of service. If they can get 250,000 story views a month, that'd be about 10,000 a day. That's with a 2 to 5% profile visit rate, right? So 5% of the 250,000 people are coming to view the page. That's 12,000 new eyes that are actually saying, yes, I'm interested in this guy's content. And if those DMs can convert at, call it 3 to 8%, you're looking at 100 to 400 qualified conversations a month. So if a coach closes literally one client, it pays for itself. The amount of times that I have seen somebody's Instagram insights literally go from like 1,000 impressions a month to hundreds of thousands in just about 30 days is countless at this point. And it is super cool when you see their page light up like that. So they're paying you, call it $800 to make $3,000. That's a 3.5 or 3.75 ROI, right? Am I guaranteeing that that's what's going to happen? Absolutely not. Can't make any type of income claims here, and I'm not making any. So, but again, if you're a salesperson that wants to sell a product like this is the type of thing that I would recommend selling, because it's it's kind of a no-brainer across the board. Now, as an agency owner goes, like why agencies like selling Instagram automation is not just because the close is easy. It's not just easy to position, hey, I can get you 30 clients, a month, right? It's also just easy because the math is easy. Because at $800 a month, 10 clients, you're making $8,000, right? At 26 clients, you're making $26,000 a month, which is right around like $780 a day. And again, you can compound. So each month that you're selling, you can continuously add new clients on. And so the fulfillment, because it's software based, you're not like doing crazy stuff on the back end. You're not like constantly calling the client to get deliverables across the board. It's actually like a pretty simple fulfillment process. Click a few buttons and things are done. There's no content creation. There's no ad spend. What I've really disliked in certain agency operations is the constant negotiation between what the client wants and what they're choosing into the next day. Things can change, but with Instagram automation, those things remain pretty much stable across the board. So of course, if you're already into this video and you're like, hey, I want to do this, I do work with people one-on-one to set up these types of agencies from scratch. So take a look. We built this portal this week for a guy in our community. His name is Nick, and this is his portal. So I'll give you this exact same software stack. We'll build you out a portal just like this. The sales scripts that we're using to close, the client onboarding system, all of the SOPs. This one that we just launched is already at $5,000. Like, it only has 3 clients. It just got off the ground. So if you want to book a call, the link is in the description. Let's go back into this offer. So the way to position these offers, right? It's super fun because these offers are pretty easy to sell, right? It's like, hey, grow your Instagram, get a bunch of new clients. This is not like a hard to convince, hard to sell offer. It's very simple for people to wrap their head around it and go, yes, I need more sales. My Instagram does not produce a lot of revenue right now. Again, though, the thing to step away from here is Instagram automation being the sell point. The thing that's actually getting sold is outcome. Can you generate 8 to 15 new sales or new clients or new booked calls? What's the metric that you can actually shake at? Nobody's buying automation. They are purely buying outcomes. So going into that, don't say that I'm going to automate your Instagram DMs and story views. Instead, pull it back and say, hey, I'm going to get you an inbound system that's going to bring, this many views per month. And we're going to try to book, around 30 to 40 calls for you each month that are qualified from this system. That's a system that has an ROI that's very tangible in their own head, right? The stack is typically about 3 layers. The first part being that visibility. That's going to be the mass story viewing. And literally within software, this is the software. It's literally as simple as just checking a box, saying, yes, watch this many stories. So it's very easy to deliver this. Watch 250,000 stories on the client's account. Start the conversations so those DMs are coming in. Either you're sending like a little warm message when people follow, or they're sending DMs as they follow, okay? So the qualified engagement begins right away. And the third part is just those booked calls. So maybe as an agency operator, you're giving them some clarity on how to sell, how to get those clients across the board, or even providing them with the infrastructure to do so, like a VSL or a booking page. So they're hearing, okay, you're going to provide this growth system, this sales system. Again, businesses who are struggling to understand how to actually turn traffic into revenue, this is a system that you can absolutely sell to them, which is why agencies are able to charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month for this, because it actually produces those types of results within businesses. So here's how the actual pitch works. I'm just going to kind of walk through this at a very easy level that most of you guys will understand. Gap sales are pretty much what everybody's familiar with. How are you currently generating leads? Are you currently generating leads? Does your Instagram currently make money? A lot of people will say it's not. Quantify the problem, okay? Put it into math terms for them. You have 10,000 followers. There's no system to turn these guys into leads. There's no calls coming in. And this is going to be like the red alarm. Like, your account has high numbers, but it's not making money. So it almost like yields the question, why are you posting on Instagram? Why do you have this content? Why do you have this page? Then go into the picture. So start walking through the math of what result you can actually create. 250,000 people a month can see your page. If you can book calls through that, how many calls do you think that you could book, right? If we could start conversations automatically, if DMs are going out on your behalf, if conversations are getting highly engaged, the minute somebody's interested, you can capitalize and book that call. Would that change your business? These are the types of situations you want to paint for the client. Then when we go into the make it simple phase, give them a hard point price. Be like, hey, it's an $800 a month system. It's no long-term contract, super flexible. Most clients see results in 2 weeks. Very simple, okay? Drop price, go silent, give it to them, and watch how they will react. Now, some objections are going to come. You can also, clear these up, way earlier in the call, right? Sometimes they're like, okay, well, is this spam? Is this against terms of service, right? Walk through how targeted this process is. The ability to go in and watch the stories of people that are already interested in this particular business. Software that watches stories, like Story Radar, for example, is looking at the location, the interest, the behaviors of people that are already into this type of content, right? And then it's pulling them into the ecosystem of that user. So the DMs are personalized, they're value-driven, and they're designed to sound like you. This is why this works as an agency model, right? That closing process is easy. I see agencies close deals in 8 minutes on the phone. Many of them are closing over text. A lot of the time, it's such an easy pitch that you can close it in a quick amount of time. So there's no need for long sales calls. You don't have to do all of this over Zoom. You could do a pretty easy sales pitch. So let's walk through the agency model, right? A lot of people these days, they don't like doing deep fulfillment work. I do not either, okay? There's no content creation here. It's not a bunch of graphic design, going back and forth with the client, trying to meet their expectations. It's not an ad management or highly sophisticated piece of technology. So it's very easy on the fulfillment side. Not to mention, customers that buy a product like this will typically stay forever because of how low headache it is. And because they're seeing results immediately, like the second you're watching 10,000 stories a day, you're kind of already seeing results. The results are visible. They're not like, hey, where is this deliverable, right? They're getting the result right away. So predictable revenue and easy to scale, because as soon as you're making money, you can start to hire a team. You can start to get additional clients and add even more complicated systems of client attrition, right? So these are the games. Now, recession demand. Now, what I'm going to say about this is this. Certain businesses are going to be affected right now. Like, there are certain businesses that just probably can't jump on this. If they're being affected by tariff and stuff like that, probably, be ready to meet some resistance. But coaches, people who sell digital products and services are probably going to be ready to jump on this because they just all need lead gen. Now, let's walk through the first 30 days. We're going to go right into this and understand where you could start as an agency owner. So again, softwares like this, there's a few of them. Okay, I build one. It's called Story Radar. It's great. Okay, and again, I help people set up these types of agencies. But if you were to walk through this and offer something similar, you can choose a niche, find coaches that need your help, right? Set up your own Instagram on this particular type of tech as a case study. So get using it, get familiar with it yourself. Get the software configured and start actually sending outbound DM. You can even do this manually. Send it to like a Dream 100 list of people that you would ideally love to work with and watch how their engagement comes back to you. The chances are they're going to want to know, like, damn, I want to even test the system. I want to know how it's working on your page. So their curiosity will be driven high. And this is where you can really start to scale up the outreach. As soon as you're getting messages back, start booking calls right away. Get people on the phone and begin to get them into the system. Once you've closed a few clients, typically you can close your first 3 clients in the first 3 weeks. I've seen it even faster. Typically, we're doing a 3 and 3 type of challenge where you close 3 clients in 3 days. Dude, $800 a month, run them up, get them on an onboarding call. Hey, what do you want to target? What are you looking for? And then bring them in. Okay. By week 4, you're collecting testimonials. Go in, ask the client, hey, how is this looking? Can you give me a testimonial? Ideally, get these testimonials in a video format that allows you to then show to another client what the result actually was, and then raise price at each set of testimonials. By day 30, you could easily be at 3K a month, and by day 90, 8K a month, even faster than that, depending on your ability to scale. So again, we're going to recap this agency model really quick. Personal brands are having an issue with lead acquisition and the ability to convert new traffic. So mass story viewing puts the page in front of so many people that eventually the DMs are just coming in. And then when the DMs come in, you automate the ability to book them on calls and create revenue. It's a very simple 3-step process. You sell that process for about $800 to $1,000 a month as an agency operator. Because the fulfillment is software-based, there's no content, no ads, no design. It's very simple for you to scale it. And the ROI of the math scales itself, meaning that a company can actually make their ROI quite quickly and be able to justify a long-term commitment to you. So you can hit very quickly 26 clients and get to about $780 a day. This is a low-effort, very high-margin agency that I would highly recommend looking at right now. Again, if you are curious about how this actually works, I'd love to get on the phone with you. Agencies are my obsession. I love agency work, and I would like to personally help you set this up. Take a look at the link in the description. I'd love to help you get 3 clients in the next 30 days. If you have any other questions, you can also drop them in the comment section. I will see you in the next one.